Hi everybody, hello, happy Mother's Day to those of you here in the UK. I hope that you're being spoiled rotten, you've got boxes of chocolates and flowers coming out your ears. Hope you're having a nice day. Anyway, I'm going to try and make a video. I say try because I'm going to use a tool that is brand new to me. I've messed around with it for about 5 minutes, thought, yeah, that's all right. Now I've come to do the video, I'm thinking, is it all right? Do I know how to use it? Not really, but more on that later. Now, we have made all sorts of journaling cards and stuff to go. We made different backgrounds. Oh, I haven't shown you how to make that yet. It's fairly straightforward. But what we haven't got is a pocket to put them in. So there's our journaling card on our page. Looks nice, doesn't it? What we need is a pocket. So that's what we're going to make today. Let me put those in the safe zone. And yeah, I've been messing around. This is my prototype, but I can see I've made lots of mistakes, but you know, that's a prototype. And it's cut out of remnants. It's going to go there ish, you know, I mean, whatever, it'll go on whatever page. But the exciting bit is the tab at the top. And Mr. F buys things on Temu. I think he's addicted to it actually. But he buys things on Temu, and for some reason, and it never happens to me, and I you know, in the past I've bought quite a bit off Temu, but it happens to him. He buys things and they give him so many free items. Could be 8, could be 10. And you know, you get this long scroll of stuff that you can choose from, and sometimes he selects something for me, which is very nice. This time he has selected this. Yeah, let's have a play with it, see what we think. So it's a tab maker, is what it is. That was all my efforts. So this is what I've made with it. But you can make them absolutely any length you want. Well, within reason, I think. I think you probably make them up to there, which is about 9 inches. So yeah, you can make them any length you want. So what I've done, and I don't know, maybe, I don't know. All I can tell you is if you go on Temu and buy this, it's £3.63 or something. It's dead cheap. But it does have some weight about it, and there's obviously, it's a metal cutter. It feels like quite a substantial tool actually, and it's the same company as the people who made my 6-hole punch, and I know that that's well made. So what I've done is I've taken strips of paper that are 1.5 inches wide, scored down the middle at 3/4, and I've folded them in. And I'm just gonna make a start. So this says side tabs, that says corner rounder. So I want to make side tabs, so I'm going to follow this line up there, which I reckon is the right thing to do. Push down. Yeah, then you get that look. See? It's nice, isn't it? And then I'm going to turn that over, and let's say I want my tab to be that sort of size. So I'm going to put that in there, and this is the only thing I would say, you've got to be quite strong. Oh my goodness me. There. So we've got this tab here. Let's just cut that off down there. See? Nice, isn't it? And you could make them any size. You could make them tiny if you wanted to. Let's make a tiny one. See if we can. So let's fold that, flip that over, put that in there. Actually, it's got things here, small, medium, large and extra large. Let's follow the small one. See how small is. Oh yes, that's small, but it's kind of cute. Let's cut down there and down here. Look at that. That's really cute. Just say you wanted to put an eyelet. That would be nice, wouldn't it? I quite like that. That's the corner round a bit. Let's just trim that off. And if you put that way in that corner rounder, yeah, that's what you get, look. But I don't want that. I want a side tab. So let's just make one out of whatever we've got here. Okay, so we've got one about that. That's fine. I'm not making them to fit anything specific. Just playing. I just like the idea that you can actually make them any length you like. So to put it away, you just pull that back, fold that in, empty your gubbins out, and there we are. It's just handy little punch that allows you to make ones that are 9 inches long or that. And I kind of like that. So let's go with what we've got. Let's not get too adventurous. And pockets. Yeah, so I went through my remnants drawer again, the drawer that keeps on giving, and I've got 2 of these. So I thought we could maybe make stacked pockets with them. I've got this one and that one, they are different. And then I've got these. I meant to cut these off half and half, but I didn't. But they would make stacked pockets as well. That one, which is a mate to the one that I did, which I've now lost. There it is. Yeah, it's a bit of 49er market paper. I just cut it down. And that one, which is a Lavinia Stamps, it was the packaging it came on, which is quite nice, because the sort of overall theme here is botanical, isn't it? So let's have a look and see. Let's start with just an easy one first off. So shall we just grab one of these? Got ink on both sides, but never mind. And that can go, well, no, let's put it to the other side. I'm terrible for always building that way. So that's ink around here. For a start. So I don't want to tread on Tony's toes, and I never could. I mean, she really is the queen of clusters and all things relating to clusters. But I kind of like the tab idea. So, oh no, I was going to put it on the other side, was I? So yeah, if you want to see how really to make decorated tabs, go to Crafty by Tony. She's a girl. Stamp. I had a stamp. Where's the stamp gone? Oh, come on. That's ridiculous. It was just here. Well, that's somewhat annoying. I cannot, for love nor money, find that stamp. It was the small text from the tiny toadstools, and I've been using it, and it really isn't here. It really isn't, guys. I'm telling you, I've looked. So I'll have to put plan B into operation. So there's my pockets. So I'm going to use this, the Versifying Claire Sand Dune. It's a lovely light kind of antique linen type look. And I've got this, which has got textures on it. Let's use this one. Let's put it on the stamp platform. I know I've used this one with you before. Just refresh myself about what it looks like. I'm just going to turn that round. So I'm just going to come along the bottom here, just add a little bit of texture, and along the top as well. There we go. So we've got something on that. Not the text I had promised myself, but never mind. That's all right. That's okay. So now I want to just, well, it's going to go on, but do I want something underneath it? That's the question before I stick it on. Now, when Tony, Crafty by Tony, does hers, she attaches everything to a tab. And it looks great. You know, I can't say it doesn't look great. It looks fantastic. But that's her way of doing things. So I've got all my stamps out of all flavours. And everything's running away from me today. This one. I like this one. It says field specimen. Bearing in mind we'll ink around it. So I kind of want that just tucked up under there. Just a little bit, just like that, so you can still see the field specimen. And I've also got my curator snippets out. I've also got all these from the old design shop out. These are from the old design shop as well. There might be some Tracy Fox ones sprinkled in between, but basically that's about right. And I just want to build up a little collage. Nothing major, just a little collage. I'm looking at this now and I'm thinking that's a little bit on the plain side. But it's a pocket. You know, I don't want to get carried away because they're just pockets. It's a pocket. Let's just see what else we can find in here that might interest us. I'm getting through these. I'm going to have to cut these out again. That one maybe. What about that? Just there. And you know what? That's probably fine. Probably was fine. Because on top of that, I want to put the specimen. And I've looked at loads of butterflies. I know that I keep telling you I never use butterflies, but on this occasion I think it calls for butterflies. So I've got everything from this great big massive one to that's probably about the smallest. So I've got, that's a moth as well. So I've got a fair range. That one I think is an Artie Mays one. That's quite nice because it highlights this. Got a dragonfly here. I quite like that dragonfly. What about this one? I think that's fine. I like that. I think that's okay. Right, I'm just going to ink around these then. And if you watch Tony or Marley Designs, Marlies from Marley Designs, they really distress the edges of the things that they use, like this. But I'm not going to do that. I do think it looks superb, and sometimes I do it, but on this occasion I'm not, because we haven't done it anywhere else in the journal. I'm just going to do that there and stick it, let's stick it down as we go. Oh, my jumper's getting up my nerves today. It's a really nice day here actually. I hope it's nice with you. You're making the most of it. So let's just pop this on here where we want it, which is there. Stuck it to the bloody back. Of course I have, because that's where the glue is, you nincompoop. Let's go in there. Let's go in there. Let's get that in the right place for a start. There we go. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. What a ninny. Okay, so let's carry on inking these. Oh dear, sorry if the swearing was a bit much. Very sorry. But all I can say is you should hear me when I'm on my own. If I can't find things or whatever, the air can be quite blue. Nearly stuck that on upside down there. I hate to say, but it can. There we go, and then that one's just going to go over there like that. So we've got a really nice little collage going on there. And I might use some sellotape as well actually, because we have used the sellotape. This has got a little bit of faux sellotape there in the corner, which is what reminded me of it. So when we come to put this journal together, we should have quite a few things to go in it. I know we said we'd decorate some as we were going, and we will. And we're going to have to still be making some things, I think. But by and large, should be all right. Oh, you're not going to get much ink on with your sander, are you? Let's be fair. And what I do with butterflies is I just get my ruler and I put it on either side of the body and just fold the wings up. They won't stay like this in a journal because of course the pressure of the other pages will flatten them down, but they will, what am I trying to say, they'll never look completely flat again. So just some glue just up the very centre of his body. Pop that on there. Hold it down with the corner of your bone folder or something else that you've got that's handy. Like so. Then we can put that on. Which looks okay. I'm looking at this side now. That's what I'm looking at. I've got this. Oh, I was going to put some sellotape on, wasn't I? Just to bring that over, I've got that. I think I'll put that on just to bring it further over. I know I said it's just a pocket, but you know. So I don't think this is going to be a mass makes, because I don't think we're going to make enough. but you know, it's a make of some sort, and it's in before the end of March. So let's just put that down there. There we go. Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot actually. So let's glue this into place. I don't know what that is on the corner of that end of my glue, but I can live without it. Right. So let's get this right. I'm not terribly familiar with this, so bear with. I think that's it. Oh, that looks nice. That looks nice, doesn't it? Shocker. Now I want to put a word or something along there. Let's get the Old Faithful stamps out. Important, inspected. Oh, I don't know, there's all sorts of everything here. January to April 1755. Let's do that. Why not? Why spend hours looking for stamps? Where's my... It's a where's my day today, isn't it? Where's. I've been quite good of late with my where's my. Do I want that in black? Yeah, let's just do it in black. Or grey. Black. Going for black. Let's try and get that straight, shall we? Oh, look at that. So there we have it. A little... Oh, I was going to put sellotape on it, wasn't I? Let's just put a bit of sellotape on just for the pure hell of it. My language today is deplorable. I'm very sorry. I don't know why it's chosen today to pop out. But it is quite normal. This is normally me. So you're seeing the real uncut Miss P today. I'm sorry if that disgusts you. What can I say? Let's get the sellotape out. So yeah, I'm on to my last strip. Then we'll have to make some more, which is, you know, doesn't take all but 5 minutes, so it's not a big deal. So I've just got a little strip and I'm just going to put it along there like that. Perfect. There we go. So, oh no, I'll ink around it. That's what I'll do. I shall ink around it. You won't see much of it, but you see some. Yeah, I'm not rounding the corners. I've got so much stuff around me. I think that's why I'm in a 2 in 8. That's what we say in the UK, 2 in 8. It's Cockney rhyming slang for state. So when you get yourself in a, you know, like this, you're in a 2 in 8. Or you can say to somebody, you know, you're in a 2 in 8 today about such a thing. Oh, it does make a difference, I think. Kind of brings it all together. Okay. There we are. Numero uno. It's all right, quite like it. We're just getting the hang of it, just going steadily. So I've got these other ones. Shall I just use that little one? Put an eyelet in it and put some string or something through. Let's do that. Let's do it. What's the next one up? That's, I've got 2 of those. Let's use this one. not for any specific reason, you understand. And I'm going back to my favourite, which is over there on the right hand side. Do want to add a bit of a texture stamp to that actually, otherwise it'll just look too plain. Let's use the same one, it'll be fine. And the sand dune, yeah, look at that, that's great, that's lovely actually. I do not know where these stamps came from. Well, Temu probably, if I'm honest. Let's ink around here as well before we get carried away. So there we go, nice bit of inkage, lovely. Right then, next up, well, I did look out all of these, which are my Timmy pocket cards, collage cards, whatever he calls them these days. I don't know if they're still available, to be honest, and assorted other things by the looks. But some of them are really, really pretty. Like that one, for example, is very pretty. Oh, it's upside down. Is it? No, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? I'll leave that one out, quite like it. Am I upside down or something? I don't know. Oh, that's nice. I think, you know, after all that, I think I need a deeper pocket to put these on. I think that's just not quite deep enough. So let's go back to plan A. And get some bits from our boxes. Got that one. What does that say? Patented August 23rd, 1870. So I've got a field label. Got that. So this is going to be very similar to the other one, just the opposite way around. And no, that one's already been grunged up for us. It says entomology specimen. That's quite nice, I suppose. Now let's have a look at the smaller ones. Too much going on there. Much too much. What about an oval one? Yeah, that's all right, isn't it? That's okay. Then let's have a look at the little Timmy Curator snippets. Let's see if I can find something that I like for in there. What about that? I think that's okay. Let's live with that, shall we? Right, so let's ink these and put them down. This one hasn't been cut out terribly well, so Fortunately for me, the ink is hiding a multitude of sins. I've just got to fold that and sand it. It's just begging. So let's stick it down. About there, I'd say. Looks good to me. Whoa. Yeah, there we go. And then the next one is this one. See this cheeky bit of mummy cloth that's made its way here? It's trying to tell us something. It could be. We'll give you a go in a minute. There's no need to be quite so forward. Mind you, if it wasn't so forward, I would never have thought of it. So that goes sort of there, if I remember correctly. That's straight? Yeah, I think so. This one there. That's perfect. Actually, it just covers the edge of there and yeah, intersection of that. And then that's going on top. Oh, the mummy cloth. I guess I could put it under there, couldn't I? Yeah, and it's a bit too tall, so let's just cut a bit of that off and just fray out the edges. Some bits will fall off, that's alright, don't worry about them. So I'll stick that down there. You can't massively see it because it's just the white as mummy cloth comes. You can dye it and do all sorts of things to it, but on this occasion I haven't. I have in the past, but not today. If you want to know how to dye things like that, honestly, subscribe to Tony, Crafty by Tony. She does all sorts of things like that. Let's just pop that there over the mummy cloth, like so. And then we've got all of this sticking out, looking rather fabulous. Lovely. Excellent. Just adds a little bit more texture and dimension to the whole thing. Right, so now we've got this, which I'm just going to put there so you can still see the field label, but that's sticking up. Okay, that's the plan. Let's put this side on first. So pop it on there and just fold it over and stick it down. And you'll never see the back because this is going to be attached to a page, so don't worry about that. Not so sure that's straight, but it's stuck now, so there's not much I can do about it. Right, what I'm going to do though is put an eyelet in there. So I'm going to make a hole about there. Get my crocodile out. And let's just put this back. I was using small ones, so I've moved it around. This one I want it to be a big one because I want to put ribbon through it. Didn't punch out very well. So eyelets. It's going to have to be gold, I think. Eyelet situation's a bit dire again. They're one of my most used consumables, I would say, eyelets. There we are, looking nice. And I've got this green gingham ribbon, which is actually quite thick. I don't know what it is. It's 5/8 of an inch thick, so it's quite thick. But it'll do the job. I'm not going to tie a bow or anything fancy, because that would just look silly, and I couldn't do it anyway. So let's just pull that through there. Now this means that we're going to have to introduce this somewhere else in the project. You can't just have one bit of green ribbon somewhere. It has to be in other places too. But it might be easier now. Now we've got that little tab maker. We can make single ones and attach it to journaling cards and all sorts of things. Just a bit too long, isn't it? There we go. Another pocket. Oh, I was going to add a butterfly. I forgot the main part. Maybe that one. I think that one, you know, because it's nice and light, isn't it? What do you think? I think so. I think it'll be all right. If we have a too green, you won't see it because of that. So let's ink around this fella. Glue everywhere. I'm glad I've got a jumper that I just keep for journaling in now, because it doesn't have to get some hammer. I'm forever wiping my hands on it. There we go. You can go there like that, and that'll look really rather nice. Let's just do the folding up of the wings business. And stick him in place. I'm putting glue on his antenna because it'll help to secure him on the page, because there's not much attached to the page really. But the glue does like to splodge out, so just mop it up as you put it on. There we go. So there we have it, our second. Oh, look at this. This is amazing. We're doing really well. We've got 2 pockets. I'm quite impressed. Right, let's move along. Let's do a double pocket now, a stacked pocket, which I'm going to do with this. Right, so the idea is, there's my pretend journal page, which one of these days will make it into a journal. So one of these, oh, it needs a bit taken off the sides. It's too big. Trimmer. Let's just let's hold these together. We'll get them the same. Let's just take sort of 1/2 inch off. I'm just eyeballing it. See if that's okay. Yeah, that's perfect. So they now measure just light of 5.5. So what I want to do is put one like that, and then the other one like that. So they look like this one goes all the way to the bottom. But there's a couple of reasons that you don't want to put that all the way to the bottom. First one is it adds bulk to your thing, and even one more piece of card sometimes can be the difference between your journal closing and your journal not closing. And I've forgotten what the other idea was. I was thinking earlier there's 2 reasons, but I don't know, I've forgotten them. Forgotten what they are. So I want 2 tabs that are about the same. Are they about the same? No. Okay, let's make 2 tabs that are the same then. There we are. Get my little tabby boy out. Actually, let's just burnish that down first. There you go. Right, so I'm going to put that on the end. Then I'm going to turn it over and I'm going to put it to the thing that says large there. And whatever size that is. Oh my goodness me. Yeah, that'll be fine, I think. Excellent. Let's cut that off. Just cut it off flush down there. And then I want to do this side then. So I've got the closed edge, the folded edge upwards. Where did I put it? Large. Did I put it at large? I can't remember now. I think so. Oh my goodness. Is it the same as that? Yes! Right. Yeah, we've done it. We've only blooming done it. Let's just trim those bits off there. And that bit off there. And we've got 2 tabs, which could have been any length. This is the joy of it. It can be any length you like. I think it's quite magical actually. Really like it. So what I'm going to do is, here's my 2 pockets. So I want to put one sort of there and one sort of there. So they're opposite ends, but they're the same kind of pocket thing, if you get my drift. So I'm going to ink around those and I'll be back. Okay, so I've inked around those and these, and I just want to I want that stamp, this one in fact, with sand dune. Works out great, that stamp. Let's do this one the other way up. Oh, missed the top out. There we are, that's all right. Very forgiving, which is a good job. Right, so let's stick these on, shall we? Shall we stick them on before we do anything else? Yeah, because we always stick things over them, can't we? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in 3/4 of an inch. Actually, I'm going to mark it. Oh, yeah, I'll mark it on this side, I think. thing to do. So I'm going to come in 3/4 of an inch, make a mark there, and stick this one down. So tomorrow morning, bright and early, we're off on our way to York. I really want to look around York Minster. That's the whole objective actually of going to York. I love old cathedrals. There we are, so we've got that one in place. This one's going here, and I want it 3/4 of an inch in from there. Oh my goodness me, can you get off me glue? So I'm just going to measure 3/4 of an inch there, put a line there, glue this one up. Stick it on, so it's going that way. So I want the front there, so I want the back there. Right, okay. Took a bit of fathoming, didn't it? Well, it did for me. There we go. Fold that over, and there we have our stacked pockets. Don't they look nice? You know, I really don't think we need to do too much to these. I think they look pretty good the way they are. I might do something with this one, but this one is going to have the tags in it that are going into here. So I really don't think I need to do too much to that one at all. Maybe just one label. That one there is quite nice, isn't it? Just says specimen. Oh, I can't just leave that on its own. I can't. Perhaps that one as well. Perhaps just like that. I just like the fact that it says collected by there. So I might have to get the little Timmies out. Oh, I've got some little ones in here. A tiny little one there says approved, like that. So you could get away with that there and you'd still see collected by. And I could put the approved just there. Well, I could if my fingers weren't so sticky. No, I don't like that there. Let's see what else we've got in here. Nothing really, that's that one. No, I don't want to say specimen because there's specimen there. I think that's probably absolutely ample. Don't think we need any more really than that. Oh, my fingers are beyond a joke. So I'm just going to ink those and stick those down. That's all that needs to happen. We need a day of making tags as well, don't we? but I've run out of March. Mind you, you could hardly say this was a mass make, although we have made a few. It's probably my version of a mass make. That's going to go about there, I figure. Yeah, it seems a bit pointless putting something on that, just to cover it up, to be honest. That's, oh, that was going there, wasn't it? So you can still see the collected by, because I like that. Oops, it's not too bad. And then this one, and then we can have a look and see if we want to put a butterfly on it or not, possibly. Okay, let's have a look at the butterfly situation. Back on the butterfly farm. I've stuck that to the tissue. Oh well, there you go. What have I got? I've got that one, which is rather nice, isn't it? That's quite nice. I quite like that one. What about that one? It's a bit big, isn't it? A bit the wrong colour as well. Ooh, what about that one? Yes, that's the one. You'll know it when you see it. I remember somebody, when I was first learning about collage and stuff, saying to, you know, don't worry, you'll know it when you see it. I've seen lots of bits of paper, I don't know which it is, you know. But you do, eventually. You get the hang of it. There we go. Do you want any sellotape or anything on there? Well, maybe. It's a touch plain, isn't it? Touch on the plain side. And there's no excuse, we've got plenty of everything. So, let's just put that up that side. I think that's a good place for it. There we go. Now I'll glue my butterfly in. Just on his bod and his antlers. What are they called? Antenna, not antlers. It's not a deer. It's not a stag. There we are. If I put that there, you can still see the collected by. So I'll just hold that in place for a minute. So, yeah, so we need to get our stuff together that we're taking. We don't need lots. We're not going for ages or anything. But it is the first time I have actually stayed away from home for, I don't know, 15 years, maybe, something like that. So it is a big day. And I'm quite trepidatious. There we go. So that's there. That's going to just overlap that in the journal. Come here, journal. So that's going to go there like that. and that's going to go there like that. Then it will have tags in and stuff, and it'll look very nice, I think. Excellent. Oh, I haven't put anything on the tabs. Do I need to? Well, it's up to you. I'm talking to myself now, guys. Don't worry. You're not expected to answer, although it would be nice if you did. Let's see what I've got. I've got dates and stuff like that. Nothing really appropriate here. I've got important, inspected, past. I quite like those, so I'll leave. Oh, numbers. Very nice numbers. City of New York. I like New York. And this one. When you see these, don't worry. I haven't just bought these. I have also bought the Tim Holtz proper versions. But on many occasions, I prefer these. I've got a number there and a number there, and that's what I'm going to use. Let me just have a quick look at the field notes one, just in case I'm missing anything. Well, there's that number, but I don't think that would fit on. Would, but down at the bottom, there's that number. Oh, and that number. Yeah. No, I use the ones I said. Isn't that always the way? I remember buying shoes as a kid and, you know, trying them on, and my mum said, oh, just try another pair on. And Dad would say, I don't know why you bother. You're going to come back to the first ones you tried on anyway. And invariably, you know, that was right. That's exactly what happened. Because the first ones you try on are the ones you like best. That's why you selected them first, I suppose. So I'm just going to put that up there. Like that. Where did this come from? Was it this set? Was it? Yeah, there it was. It was that set. And then I've got this one here that says it's a different number. Oh. Pressed on too hard, methinks. Anyway, that's fine. It'll be what it'll be. Let's just put that stamp away. Great. So, there we are. That's our stacking pockets. I think they look really nice. They look botanical, which is, after all, what we want. So, shall I do these ones as well? Let's do these ones as well. Put those over in our pile of pockets for our mass make. My goodness. So, what size tab do we want? I get the feeling I want a really long tab on these ones. I don't know why, I just think I do. So I've got this bit of paper, paper really. And let's get the board out. How about I did it at 12? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut that edge off, the end off there. Turn that over. I could get the extension out, which I showed you at the back. And I'm actually going to put that top corner at 12. Come on. relinquish. And I'm just going to cut those off. That is off already, I don't know why. Let's see what that looks like on there. Looks pretty nice, really. Doesn't go all the way along, but most of the way along. I can't get the same out of that one, so I'll do another one. Oh, I've got two here. I'm stuffed up with paper, that's not helping my cause. Right, so let's put that in there. Flip it over, let's get that up to 12. Punch it out. So I should have two the same size, that's the theory. Oh, I haven't done the other side. Oh, no. Where's the other one? Here. So they're the same size? They are the same size. Magical. So I'll have one. I don't know what they're going to look like. I'm just messing around, really. So that'll go there and that'll go there. I think they're too long, you know. I think they're just a bit too long. They don't come all the way to the end, but they don't stop far enough in. So let's cut a bit off there, shall we? Let's bring that down to... Why have you started being awkward? Trying to extol your virtues. I think it's okay. I'm going to bring that down to 9. Let's have a look at that and see what we think. So if I had that on that end, yeah, I think that might look alright. Let's do this one at 9 as well. Perfect. Okay. So you get your work out. So what I'm going to do is ink around here, stick these on, and I'll be back to you when I've done that. Okay, so I've inked, I've stamped on the top of the tabs, and I think the time is right to stick the tabs down. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, just checking in my head, because I might want to put some ribbon on these ones. I think that would look quite nice on stacked pockets. So I want this right along to the edge of this one, so to there and to there. Stick. If I didn't want you to stick, you wouldn't. Okay, lovely. So this one is going there, and I want it on this side. So we've got our tabs kind of diametric. Is that even a word? I made that up. Diametric. Let me know. I might have invented a word. No, I think it is a word, you know. Because you get diametrically opposed, don't you? Oh dear, I don't know. Now I've turned this over, I can't remember what's what. It's going on this end. Excellent. So let's just get that lined up with the end there. Let's get this one lined up there. Press that down. Turn it over and fold it down. See, I don't know what you're making a fuss about. I really don't. So they are going like that. And once again, that's just going to overlap there, like so. I think they look really nice. Really nice. That one I'm going to leave pretty much as is. Doesn't need much doing to it. This one, however, what do you think about putting that big green butterfly on it? It needs something behind it, but looks pretty cool, doesn't it? It's big. Let's see what we've got that we could put behind it. It's rather large, so probably need something quite large. You should never put your curator snippets away without closing the lid. I thought that when I put them away, but I didn't do it. So I've got this piece. What about that? That's just gorgeous. I know it's hiding quite a bit of that flowery stuff, but you can still see it. And that could go on there beautifully, especially if we stamped on there. Yeah, I'm liking that. I'm liking that. This has got 2 holes in, which is suggesting to me it needs 2, possibly eyelets. I think eyelets. In fact, if I put that there with eyelets in it, I could put twine. Oh yeah, let's ink around it. Let's ink. As Gail would say, let's ink and think. So I could put ribbon, I suppose, but the ribbon I've got's a bit thick. See if I've got any what do you call that stuff? Tape, seam binding tape. Where is it? Is the question. Not there. Here. Oh. Here it is. Let's see what I've got that I could use. What about that one? I quite like that one. It's called Moss, evidently. And you know, these are all left over from the days when I used to do loads and loads of pretty stuff. So let's just get that out and put this tray away. Don't think I can get away with that butterfly with that, but never mind. I've stuck this to the blinking thing as well. I don't know. Let's give it a go. I've no idea if it'll work or it won't work, but let's put 2 eyelets in there anyway for a start. So I'm just going to make them exactly where they are on the print. Okay, and then let's put gold in again. It's not perfect. I would prefer to have the darker ones, but I haven't got any, so you haven't got any, you haven't got any. You've got to use what you've got. I don't often do this on videos, think on the hoof as it were, but you know, it'll either come out right or it won't. It won't be the first time you've seen me make a mistake. Right, so we've got that, we've got that. Not sure that green is the right green, you know, after all. Come on, let's have a look at you. I've got that pink. Oh, I've got some green there. How much of it have I got though? Not much, but maybe enough. Maybe possibly enough. Let's give it a try. So if I were to bring that up there, nope, tweezers, ow, 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 sharp, bring that up there like that, tie it off, that's too much, my dear. Tie it off there like that, but maybe with a double knot, because it's slippery stuff, this seam binding. I don't know why I've got this that isn't wrinkled. I normally used to always buy the crinkled stuff, but for some reason this isn't, but that's alright. Right, so I've got that. Then if I were to put that round there, bring that round to there, and then tie that off. What do we think? Does it look alright? I think it does. I think so. Virgin on the pretty here, guys. Yeah, quite like that. I think before I do anything though, I think I probably need to stick this down. Not this end, because I need to get, well, I can, don't know what that is. Yeah, let's stick that down. Not that end where the ribbon, the seam binding's still got to go, but all over here. So it's going to go like that. Get it somewhat straight. There we go. So this end's still free, so I can still get the seam binding in there. And then I just want to just stick this to the back. It doesn't matter that you'll be able to see the glue, because it's the back of a pocket. Nobody will see it. So the glue's coming through and it looks really ugly, but like I say, nobody's going to see it anyway, so it doesn't matter. And then that can come along there, and I can tie that off there. That be the plan. go. So I don't want it so tight that it's buckling the card, but I don't want it so slack that it's not doing anything. I think that's about right actually. I think we've hit the Goldilocks spot. There we go. I think that's all right anyway. Okay, let's trim the ends off, see what it looks like. It looks okay. Not sure it's straight like, but yeah, looks okay. This needs a bit of tape or something to hold it down. Where did my double-sided tape go? In all the tidy up, let me just go find it. So here we go. This is going to be fun getting this in under there, but it's got to be doable somehow. So let's give it a go. Collective holding of breath. Let's just take the release tape off. Let's burnish it down first. There we are, and then let's stick that down. Perfect. Yeah, I like that better now. That's nicer. What do you think? Quite nice, really, given the fact it was just on the hoof, off the hoof, whatever you'd call it. Right, so can we get this butterfly on there? Not really. Not so as you'd notice. What about this one then? Yeah, he would go on there. That's kind of the wrong colouring. Running out of possibilities here. No. So I'd say that one is our best colour match to this. So that's the one that I'm going to plump for. But probably need to... I was going to put ribbon in there, but you know, I think I've probably got enough now with this. They're more ribboned out for the next year at least. Yeah, I need to probably stamp something on there. I don't know what, but when I was looking through, I found some stamps in a drawer here. Let's have a look and see what's in here. I have got stamps tucked away everywhere. I'm a stampaholic. Self-confessed stampaholic. I don't think there's anything particularly there. This one is all tickets and stuff. Oh, hang on. That's quite nice. I have to put drawers away, otherwise I won't have any room left to work. These are nice, aren't they? What about that one? Won't really fit in. What about that one? That'll fit. Yes. There we go. This looks like, oh, it might have been used, but if it has, not very often. Oh, that's so nice, isn't it? That is so nice. But let's go with the one we found first. Let's remove him. Just hold that ribbon out the way. Put that there. What are we looking like? We're looking okay. I think I'm going to have to do this holding it on my hand. I don't think that I can. Do I want black? Grey? Sand dune probably. Or persimmon. No, not persimmon. It's not called persimmon, it's called portobello. And given that Mr. F has sorted all my ink pads out, oh, you should see them. You should just see them, they're so posh. But it saves me ratching through the whole drawer. Come on. To find my ink pads. Right, I'll tell you what's wrong there straight away. I've inked this central section. That's the problem when you hold it on your fingers. Oh, not sure about that either. Let's give it a try. See what happens. Oh, that's really nice. Really nice. The bit that hasn't come out is the flower at the top. I'm just going to try and replace it. And it won't be perfect, but oh, looks nice anyway. Yeah, that's nice. Pleased with that. It's better than just the plain background, and it's definitely botanical. So let's pop that away. Then we can stick the butterfly on, and I believe Bob will be your uncle. So I hope you've got some ideas today. Maybe not many, I don't know. But, you know, there must be something that you thought, oh, that's quite a good idea. Or maybe not. Maybe not. Is that all that needs? I think it is. I have to keep reminding myself it's a pocket. It's just a pocket. So I'm just going to fold that up along the body, turn it round, fold it up along the body. I think strictly speaking this one's a moth, but it matters not. Then we can glue the 49er market, these ones with pink backgrounds. I can't remember which kit it was in. So there we go. That's him in situ. Very nice too. Lovely. So I just thought, yeah, stamping on there. We need to put something on there, don't we? Quite what, I really don't know at this stage. But let's have a look and see. I've got a load of numbers. Oh, I've got a very long number there. Yeah. And that's long as well. Yeah, that'll do me nicely. And I'm going to stamp in that Portobello. I quite like it. I'm going to stamp fairly centrally. Lovely. I'm going to use the same one for the other one. I'm going to be reckless. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's the lid. My room is a shambles. It's an utter shambles. So I'm going to have to tidy that up. It's just unlivable with, and it's certainly unworkable. So let's see what we made today. They need to go back in their proper place. Anyway, let's see. So we've got these stacking pockets, which are really rather nice. I like them. They look nice on a page. And we've got, oh, we've got all sorts of ones. We've got these stacking pockets. Got this one. It was a genuine mass makes today. This one and this one. Look at all them. My goodness me. There you go. Look at that. So I'm really pleased to see those. I think they're all right. I like them. I think they look good in our journals. All we need now is the tags to go in them. When mass makes April, do you think? All right, guys. Thanks very, very much for joining me. I enjoyed your company today. I will keep you posted as to the trip to York. I'll post pics on my group and stuff. I won't inundate you, but I'll post the odd pic. And I'll see you on my return. I have made some videos to keep you occupied, just to start off the ABC, hashtag ABC April 2025 collaboration that we're doing. So take care. Bye.